going on, my fellow stackers? This is AG Stacking again with a little bit of a informative video on these large rounds. People get confused as far as troy ounces versus your avoirdupois. Regular ounces what we use in the normal day when weighing food, and your normal scales will have that kind of weight. It's a really weird word to pronounce. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but those are what we weigh normal items. You know, precious metals are weighed in troy ounces and troy pounds. So these here confuse the heck out of people with it having, you know, here saying 1 pound fine silver. People think it should weigh 16 ounces because of, you know, avoirdupois pound is 16 ounces. But here, if you can see, it says 999 fine silver, 1 pound troy. So this weighs 1 pound in troy ounces. So let's say your regular 1 ounce weighs 28.34 grams, and your 1 ounce, one troy ounce weighs 31.1 grams. So your 1 troy ounce is heavier than your avoirdupois ounce by a few grams, but your avoirdupois pound is heavier than your troy pound. So 1 pound in avoirdupois, which is the normal thing we use on a daily basis, is weighing in at 16 ounces, and a troy pound is weighing in at 12 ounces. So it's a lot less ounces in a troy pound than a avoirdupois pound. So you're getting in a troy pound 12 ounces. So if you try and weigh this on a scale to see what you're getting as far as pounds or ounces, I don't know if this scale has troy ounces. So this has, okay, this doesn't have troy ounces. It has your regular just grams or your regular ounces. So let me see if I can get it to turn on. It's getting stuck for whatever reason. Okay, so that's the troy ounces right there. Let me see if I can put this on here. So see, this weighs 13.23 of your avoirdupois ounces. So if you were to put it in troy ounces, it would weigh like 12.3 from what I weighed it earlier. But I don't have my scale in front of me here. But a troy pound is less than a avoirdupois pound. So a troy pound is 12 ounces. Avoirdupois a pound is 16 ounces. So it weighs a little less than a avoirdupois pound that we use on a daily basis when cooking, weighing in food and grocery stores, and, you know, a pound of beans or something. But yeah, people get confused with these rounds. They'll have 1 pound, they'll have half a pound, quarter pound on them. Some will be troy and some will be avoirdupois. It depends on how they're weighed. But for the most part, it will tell you if it's a troy pound, a troy quarter ounce, or half ounce, or half pound, sorry. So yeah, it's a bit confusing, but precious metals are measured in a different way than your average avoirdupois pounds that we use in the States. I believe this was from the 15th century, from England, and it just adopted it, and precious metals industry stuck with it, and they never changed it. So we go off of this. Which, if you go to a jewelry store, some of the jewelry stores will use penny weights. You might have heard that term. A penny weight is basically measured in grams. So 1 penny weight weighs 24 grams. So 24 grains is measured in grains. So 24 grains is 1 penny weight, and 20 penny weights equals 1 troy ounce. And again, the troy ounce, 12 troy ounces equals 1 troy pound, which is this right here. So if you go, like I said, into a jewelry store, they'll go off of penny weights, which is grains. They usually do gold that way. 24 grains is 1 troy ounce. 1 troy ounce is 20 penny weights. And then 12 troy ounces is a pound in troy ounces. So hopefully this is informative. Hopefully this helped out and it helped those who are confused. It does sound a bit confusing and it's a little bit of a, something you need to grasp and understand and do your research on, because I know I had a hard time like understanding what the hell you mean by troy ounces and avoirdupois ounces and pounds and all this, but it's well worth it to understand it and to know it. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you. And again, follow me on Instagram. This is up right now for sale on Instagram on my page, AG Stacking. So have a look if you're interested in it.